Okay, so we're starting, assuming you're at this point. I already took everything off. You can find plenty of videos where it shows you how to get to this point. Where we're removing the CV axle to get to the seal and then to the bushing. I just gotta get that nut off and and then take out the axle, which it's already pretty loose right here. Well, I can't push it until I let that go, but I already made sure it was not stuck to the rotor. Alright, so I already got the axle free from the hub. I gotta go over here and get it out of the transmission. The other end, I'm gonna do that with a crowbar. Alright, can't do it with one hand. So let me release it from there and then I'll show what I'm doing. Okay, so I broke it free from the transmission. I'm gonna take it out here this way. Oh god, what the heck? There we go. This is how it looks because of the bushing, I guess. So that's why I got to change the bushing. Yeah, this is beat up pretty bad. And I just bought this axle like not too long ago. I replaced both sides because the boots were all torn up. Let me get it off of there. Probably need the transmission fluid change as well, but most likely I'm gonna need another axle. Because I noticed it was leaking. Here, let me get down here real quick. I noticed it was leaking from there, so I replaced the seal a few days ago. That's a brand new seal, Motorcraft, and now I got to take it back off. And so I bought the kit with the bushing and the seal. I'm gonna see if I can remove that without damaging it. And if I could reuse it. That's a Motorcraft seal, but if not, I'll just put the replacement aftermarket one that I got. So for the bushing, this is the kit I bought it from Harbor Freight. It's a Pittsburgh item 62601, and this is the one I believe will fit to take it out. This part of the tool comes with a set, but this one, so I got the new bushing, opened it up, and it opens up just enough to grab it at the end. You know, you screw this on, screw it inward, opens up, grabs the bushing. Alright, so using some pliers and a wrench, I was able to open this piece up. This is a new piece here. And I was able to open it up enough for this to just fit in the new piece. So that should give me pretty much like the size that I need to get into the old piece that I need to take out. So this barely goes here, like that. And I'm going to put it into transmission and then turn it a little more. So the wrench went right here, the pliers I used on the nut to tighten it, and then it's going to open up and expand and grab the bushing from inside, and then it should be able to, I'll attach it to this piece which has a slide hammer on here. You should be able to, you know, take it out, bang it out of there. So what I did is I put in this pick into the where the bushing is, and I measured the tip of the right there of that tip, the tip of the pick is touching the back part of the bushing, and then that first mark where I marked it with a marker, that's the end of the bushing. So kind of did it this way, so It should line up pretty much where the tool needs to reach in, and then right there is going to be the back of the bushing. So when I spread it open, I know not to put it more further than that tape where it begins, because you know, when I was putting the tool in, it was going like too far, so I'll stop it there. Here we go. Kind of hard to see me. Okay, here we go. Yep, so that's the bushing here, the part that looks all scored up. Get a better view. So I guess when we put the tool in, there's a little groove right here. See it right there, where that opening is? That's where the tool has to open up, catch this bushing. It looks pretty thin from here, the bushing right here. I don't know if it's from all the wear. But this is how it looks. Probably looks if yours is leaking as well. Alright, I'm going to try this out. I'm probably going to need help from the wife to hold my tool while I put it in there and bang it out. It doesn't like come with anything to hold it centered. Alright. Okay, so I was able to take it out with my wife's help. She was holding stuff while I was inserting the tool. So here we go. I did have to remove the strut with the spring, and I'm hanging the brake assembly, the caliper and stuff right here from the upper control arm. Anyway, so this is how it looks when you get the part out, the bushing. So see, I had it marked right there where the tape ends. Put another piece of tape because the other one fell off, but it was around right there. So that's how I knew how much to stick the tool in. Tape was coming off here too, but so basically when you put the tool in there, you can feel when it's at the end of the bushing. You could kind of feel like once you open up the tool. So I kept putting the tool and tightening up the tool so it can open up more and more little by little till I could barely fit it into the bushing. And then I felt when it got to the other side and kind of had some play, but it would hit like coming back, it wouldn't come out easy. So that's when I tightened it more to open it up more. And then I had to remove the strut because it was in the way every time I was trying to do the slide hammer. So it's out now. I got the new one here, but it's wider than the old one, so I'm gonna see if it works. It looks like it'll fit in there. I'm just gonna double check. It does say it was for this application, so maybe it's a redesign, I don't know. Alright, so here's the old part. Inside, it's all I don't know if that's how a regular used one should look, but that looks all scored and messed up. I don't know if this is from when I took it off, but just the inside alone looks very worn out. And here's a new one. So you'll notice it's thicker than the old one, and it's wider. So it's about, I don't know, it's a bit wider. So I gotta see if it'll fit. It looks like it's the same diameter, but of course a little thicker. on the inside. So I don't know if this tab, I remember looking through the camera, and that tab might go to one of the openings in there. It looked like there was an opening, so I'll just line it up. But if I bring the axle over here, yeah. Is it supposed to have that much play? I don't know. It's not so bad here yet as this is. This one fits a lot better. Look at that. Hardly any play. Actually, no play. It moves with it. So, do I need a new axle? I might, but I am going to use the same one because this thing was expensive. And if it happens again, at least I know how to do the work right away. Next time I'll bite the bullet if I have to. But I'm going to use the same one with this bushing. Just make sure that it fits in there. And I don't have an installation tool or press. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find probably a socket that fits that and drive it in there. So I do see that there's an opening back there. If you could see, I guess fluid comes out. It's kind of hard to see, but on the upper left, that's where I kind of put the opening for the new bushing. Right here you can see where it opens up, and all the way back there there's like a, I guess where fluid comes through and lubricates everything in here, so I lined it up. Okay, so got the new bushing on. I did bang it a little hard on the bottom right. I mean, it's good. Inside it's good. I did line up there. You can't see it because there's no light, but I lined up the opening up there, but I mean, I don't think it mattered. So this is how I did it. I have a key right here for the pistons. I bought on Amazon for the brake pistons when you're doing the brakes, and this one here almost fit inside the old or the new bushing, but it quite wasn't right, so I took a Dremel to it and Dremeled the edges off until it fit inside the bushing, and then I just got a socket that fit in here, so it went pretty evenly. This socket right here with a bunch of extensions. Hit it with that hammer over there, but fit perfect in there. Alright, so for the seal, I'm using the one that came with the kit. Excuse me. The one I took off doesn't look bad. I just put it on a few days ago. But since I had to use the seal removal tool, I kind of pinched some of the rubber. You can see it like on the edge right here. If it would focus, you could see it on the edges, and I just didn't want to put it back in case it gave me a small leak. So I'm just gonna use the new seal. I already I added fluid around like the edges. Trying to get a good angle so I could actually get it straight on there. Alright, it's going in. All right, looks pretty flush. Okay, so I cleaned the edge around the seal, so you could see now that it's flush. It didn't get damaged with the 2x4. All right, so I took it for about a 10-mile drive, and last time I did that, once I parked it and it cooled down, the leak continued, but here it looks good. Let me see if, okay. So I mean, looks really good now. I don't see fluid coming down, so I'm gonna call this job done.